that must have been about at least, what, 5:45? I seen him.
That's crazy.
Man just walked past me and just said, "You're right, Chuck." I said, "Oh fuck." I saw Crep as well. Next time, Crep drove past me in a big whatever the fuck he was driving at the time. Yeah, I was in a thing. Okay, yeah, boom. Wait, so yeah, before we even start anything, yeah, Mac 10's here. Mac 10's here. Do you diet? Cause you're wham.
I'm not dieting at the moment, and I haven't been in the gym for a little while.
That's cap. That's cap.
I'll be back.
Don't get the you see the jacket in that. Don't ever mix the. Do you get what I'm saying? Well, you're not gymming at the moment.
No, honestly, for about 6 months I haven't been to the gym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The whole fam is gym guys, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, mad. Yeah. You're still diesel with it, though.
Thank you, man.
How are you, though, bro?
I'm alright, I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Really
Yes,
good,
it's all happening right now. There's just bare stuff happening right now. I'm seeing, bro. You have actually been what's the word? Like contributed a couple of my favorite moments of the year for me. One of them definitely 100% being the D double. You see that little clip there? Can you go to that quickly?
Twice, by the way.
Huh?
The Shoreditch one.
The Shoreditch one. Bro. Nah, but hold on, wait. What's the one that I like? I swear that one's that's not even in London. That's in Manchester, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's in Manchester. Scroll down a little, please. Scroll down a little, please. Bro, do you know how much times I've watched this?
Yeah.
A million times, bro.
Do you know how much times I've watched this? How long have you? There's one. That's not that one, though.
It's not the one.
It's not that.
Yeah, it's a lot of scrolling.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, you got. That's not. Is it that one?
I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Yeah,
wait, where is it? Nah, it's not that one.
Nah.
See that instrumental there as well. That instrumental there is mad.
But that was my favourite marching. Was it marching 17?
March in 17 is instrumental.
It's not that one either.
No, it's not that one. The instrumental produced by Julio Sanders called Marching.
Marching.
You'll
How do you know that?
I found it because I love the beat.
It's not that one.
It's not that one either.
That is the remix. You see the one that he did in Shoreditch?
That was the original
That's
marching.
the original
Yeah.
one. This one here is the remix.
Who produced this one?
This is him, Julio Sanders. He's from
Pause it.
from Holland.
Pause it. Huh?
He's from Holland.
It's from Holland.
Yeah. He's Dutch.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So there's producers all over the place, just like.
Yeah. I mean, that particular producer, he's been over here. He's been around the scene from early as well.
Do you know what? I'm just chatting to you like everyone will know who you are and what you've done. Usually, by the way, just off the bat, we just have a normal casual conversation and that.
Yeah.
When Poet comes in, we'll just chop it up and whatever else. But just for people who don't know, yeah, Mac 10, DJ from early outside. What's the? Oh, you found it. You've what?
Bro,
like
I know this, bro. It's one of my favorite beats, bro. This is the one in Shoreditch, and then this is the one that we're about to watch.
Go on, play it quickly.
Off of here.
Yeah, what is that? Play it. I need to buy this then.
Not playing.
It's not playing.
Jesus.
I'll keep that on the screen. Maybe I'll put it in the captions in the descriptions for the audio.
I'll give you a little story about that tune.
Go on.
Recently, when we did Sidewinder, recently in Manchester. The day before that one, actually, it was me, Double, Chip, and JME. Now, Double's kind of come and pulled me to the side. He's a bit of a visionary, yeah? So he pulls me to the side and he says, listen, how are we going to intro this? Because this needs to be different. Yeah. So he pulls me to the side. So he's kind of thinking like, no. I told him a couple intro tunes. I'm thinking of this one. No. And Heinzie D, big up Heinzie D, made me a special that started like news at 10.
Okay.
He gave it to me 5 minutes or 10 minutes before it was about to go on, so I didn't get to hear the beat, but the intro was sick. I said, all right, cool.
But you knew how the intro sounded.
I knew how the intro sounded. So it's like a whole like theatrical orchestra type thing, yeah. So Double said, all right, cool. Go on there, get everyone to get their phones out, and we're gonna walk out. So go on the mic, say, listen, just basically get everyone to put their lights on their phones on, and then we walk out, play that intro, but then go into that tune. And when I did it into that same rhythm there, what is the thing? When I did it, it just smashed up the place, like, and I thought, yeah, he knew.
That's
what
great. He knew it.
Me, so yeah, little things like that. So big up Double for that one.
Yeah, this rhythm is crazy. So this is a couple of years old.
Yeah.
It's very old.
Oh, it's very old.
Very
Oh
old.
yeah, so it's
The
2012 to
first one is
2022.
even older.
Yeah, this is mad. All I can hear is D double now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been around it from early, innit? You would have had a relationship with D double and them from flipping all, like, literally the beginning, innit?
Yeah. So like 2000, Double actually went to my school.
Oh, I
He's
swear.
like he was in the year above me, but yeah, he went to my school.
Which ends are you from again?
East London, Plaster.
Plaster, that's
My
it.
school was in Forest Gate.
Is that school even? Is that school still exist now?
Yeah, cool. St. Bones. A lot of people went to my school. Jermaine Defoe, Tinchy. Who else went there? There's a lot of people from the scene who went to my
Was
school.
it a bad boy school as well?
It was
Kinda.
a Roman Catholic school. It's a known school. It's a Roman Catholic school.
It was, innit?
No, I don't know.
Like at the school gates every day, something's going off. Like one of them kind
It was a
of.
known school. It was a known school.
It was a known school.
Yeah, it's a known school still.
Yeah, it's a very diplomatic way of putting it. This is what I like though. You lot, so you lot have changed because obviously at a point you get things was obviously a lot different now, whatnot. But obviously you've got older families, this, that, and the thing.
I think it's a product of our environment. To be fair, I feel like it was more. Well, for me personally, that's what it was about. It just behaving how everyone else around me was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was you a bar up before a DJ though?
No, never. Only in the playground.
Okay.
Like, way before early days, but never really. My thing was DJing always.
Oh, did Marcus teach you how to mix?
No, I taught him.
You taught Marcus how to mix?
Yeah.
Interesting. Because I've known Marcus Nasty as a DJ from so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So long ago. And obviously parallel with like Nasty Crew and whatnot, which I know one day I'm going to sit down and have a conversation with him about, because I know he's probably got so many good, interesting, insightful stories that I may not have heard from back then, being in and amongst it and that. But yeah, like he always came across to me as like one of the elders that was from my estate that knew how to mix.
Yeah.
And like I maybe had him in my mind as like, you know, the older who knew how to mix, and everyone was maybe either in his yard or whatever, and he's kind of showing a couple of the people then who know. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So who taught you how to mix then?
What you described was kind of me.
Oh, okay.
But, you get me? But Mark is my older brother. So that's how it was in my environment. People would come into my house mixing and all of that, MCing. And no one really... I had a cousin who's a similar age to me, and I saw him DJing at first. He's the first person I probably saw doing it. But then other than that, I sort of picked it up on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I sort of picked it up on my own and sort of manufactured how to do it, I suppose, on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously all years later and that, there just became all of these monumental moments. There's one thing I really want to talk about, but I want to wait until Poet gets it, because I know that he's gonna really want to talk about it. But you know, like in a nutshell, you've had these peaks and troughs within grime, innit? Like where there's been moments it's been steaming hot, then all of a sudden it's just a little bit quiet. But there's always people that are still fully within the mix of it. Excuse the pun. Even in the moments when it's quiet, you being one of them. Yeah. Now it seems to be a little bit loud again. And I think one of the contributing factors to that is this wave of like what you and AG have been doing on the road, bro. It's absolutely mental. But when did you start touching the road and just mixing? All right. And doing sets?
So for me, you know what, there's a lot of different factors to this. So
Paint the whole picture.
The whole picture has to go, like, obviously, I don't know if you want to talk about this here or whatever, but I'll just throw it out there. I came out of rehab last year.
Right.
And then, so when I've come out of rehab, I just want to do music again, because if you didn't know, like I said, I'm never doing it again, because it was just a massive trigger for what I was involved in, yeah? So I thought I could never do it again. So anyway, when I did come out of the rehab, I thought, let me just get some decks just to DJ in my house and just have some fun or whatever. I love it. So I'm free of all that other stuff. This is what I love doing. It's something for me to do. So next thing, I've got another friend who was using TikTok. My missus is on TikTok and all of that. I see people DJing on there. So I thought, let me just do this, put the screen up. Because all I ever wanted was for people to hear me, see what I could do. That's how it started. So then it started me in my kitchen, just mixing to a few people on the screen, literally. And I quickly realised in that moment when I was doing it, that this felt like pirate radio.
Yeah.
I felt that instantly. Within the first few times of me doing it, just there may have been 30 or 40 people on the screen, but the interaction was so constant that it felt that way, the connection between me. Because if you go radio these days, you know, nothing's coming back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And this is instant interaction, which was important back then. So I clocked that. So then I started to see my brethren outside, AG outside. And what I started to do was, I thought, I don't want to do that because they're doing that. So when I first started, I just thought, they're not playing what I'm playing. They don't play like me, like the same music even. One was playing garage, one was playing pop. So then no one was playing like funky. I started with funky, then I started introducing grime. And I was just thinking, I'll just do this. But I started bringing more Fire Crew on, Inside, Creed, all these artists on, and my numbers was still not hitting how man's numbers was hitting, but the same sort of people was watching, if that makes sense. So I thought, why is if I'm bringing these people on, is the numbers still not changing? So I said, all right, cool. I can see their numbers are all right, and they're not doing nothing like what I'm doing. So let me try it. So I went outside and I've just trialed it by going outside on my own, and the numbers shot up. So obviously, this is what's working. This is what's doing.
Yeah, people just want to see you someone outside.
Yeah, exactly. So what if I do that, but
Yeah.
in my own way, authentically, just grime, whatever. So there was even times where I would just go outside, literally into like a scenery garden. You'll find things of me where I'm just mixing grime instrumentals in my garden outside, just for the numbers, just going mad on my own. So I thought, let me introduce this with an MC and all of that. And the first person, why I big up Double, is because he said to me, yo, this what you're doing, I wanna come and do. We was meant to already do work together or whatever on something. We was just trying to find the right thing. And he said, let's do that. So that's what happened. But I was trying to get people to come outside with me way before that. And everyone's like, yeah.
I'll pull up.
But they're not coming out. I'll come back to you. Let me hold that. So it did come to like afterwards that a lot of people who didn't know actually get what I was doing.
Yeah.
Didn't understand it. And I didn't really have a motive behind it. I was just doing it to get eyes on me and what I was doing. I saw it started to gain some traction. But again, that Double thing, the first one, then started to entice more people
to do it.
To come
yeah,
on
all
board.
it takes is one, innit?
Yeah.
Hey, what is it about? It's mad, yeah. Being inside, doing it inside, cool.
Yeah.
The moment you go outside, there's a shift.
Yeah.
And there's something real, like, significant. I don't know what that significance is. Obviously, you're going outside.
Yeah.
But it's like, it makes the feeling of it so different.
Yeah. 100%.
And like so much more engaging to watch. But why?
Because anything can happen.
Yeah.
Anyone could turn up on the screen as
So
well.
you can talk, it's fine.
Oh yes, the unpredictability of it all. You're exposed to like nature. Anything can happen. A random person could pop into the video. You're gonna get these interactions that you never would have when you're indoors. You're confined to the four walls that of your room.
Exactly.
You're outside.
Yeah.
Like you said, anything could happen.
And you need to think about a static shot as well. Nothing behind you is moving. So if someone's looking at a screen and everything's moving behind you, it's automatically
It's true.
engaging.
Yeah.
So now I won't even stand in front of a wall.
Yeah.
Something needs to be moving. There needs to be depth in the shot. Everything. So now I've sort of fell into it by just trying to just do something organically, and now I'm sort of in there and trying to explore new ways of elevating what's happening.
Yeah. That voice as well that you can hear, Sushi's EA's there as well. Do you know what a pirate radio setup would look like back in the day?
I don't know. I have no idea what it would have looked like. I know it sounds like.
Is it? Do you know?
It's a room with a mic. That's because I've seen
videos of people running away from like people getting caught doing pirate radio, but that's it.
You see, when you talk about being in the kitchen,
Mm.
I used to. So there was a pirate radio. There's a couple of pirate radio stations I used to go on at one point. One was Flex FM.
Yeah.
Flex FM. I remember they had a setup in was it Walthamstow? I can't remember where it was at the time. Roehampton. It was in Roehampton. Yeah, definitely Roehampton. And their setup was in a kitchen. It was, you go in the block, whatnot. I don't know, 7th floor, somebody's yard, nitty, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what the maddest thing is though, Matt 10? It's like, 2 hours of you, I'm going in this person's house, yeah, but I'm not thinking in my head, I'm going in the nitty's yard, like I'm going on someone else's estate or whatever. But my only sole focus is, I'm going on Flex FM. That's that. That's that. I don't care about being in no kitchen, no nothing. But the other thing that you mentioned, which is what was so key, was the interaction.
Yeah.
It was like, them times there, the phone line is going off. It's going off constantly. Now radio is obviously very different, but yeah, like I guess now when you're outside and you're doing it this way, there's like you're replicating the same element of interaction because it's constant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's constant. And also the where you can just pull up, turn on when you want. There's no like I can just turn on when I want. I could leave it now, set up outside and just go live. There's so many different elements that make it exciting. You don't know when I'm going to turn on, who I'm going to turn on with, where I'm going to be. There's a lot of different elements and a lot of different elements to explore as well. I feel like the surface has just been scratched with what can be achieved.
Yeah. So what's in terms of moments and that for you? What's been a highlight for you?
The highlight has to be the double stuff. When I did the thing at Carnival with J2K, that was quite a turning point. Yeah. I feel like there's different points. For me personally, the double thing at first, in Shoreditch. And secondly, I'll tell you why the J2K thing was important for me when I went there, was because I feel like at the end I just did a little grime set and I had to sort of twist his arm a little bit for me to allow me to do that, because I was just like, Jay, listen, at the end I want to just play grime. And J2K, you know, he's got a certain setting, yeah? So he's got a certain setting. So what's this, Chuck said? So what happened was, everyone's in Carnival, innit? So last 10 minutes, everyone's now coming back to the Rooftop private setting. Rooftop is in Carnival. Everyone's coming back now. So
yeah. If you want to paint the picture, so J2K, he was on a rooftop somewhere, like in Carnival, but just a little bit out of it.
Outside, but it was like a sort of industry private setting in it. Yeah. And so everyone's just coming back now to the place. Who's filling out a bit on the roof, and I go, bang, Grime. He's come over and he's gone to me, Mac. Everyone's just started coming in and you've just put on Grime. Listen, I looked at him, I was like, yo, but these times what I did, I walked around in it because like I know Chip, I know Lethal, I know Danail, they're all in there, Eddie Caddy's in there, everyone's in there, yeah, but I don't speak to them like that. Remember, I've just come back from a long time, whatever, so I'm kind of still finding my feet. I wasn't comfortable to walk up to them and go, yo, I'm doing this, like, come on the mic. So I saw people I did know, which was more Fire Crew. I said, yo, you man like for them to round everyone up, so this is what I'm going to do, let's do this. And I did it, but Jay left. I started running rhythms, Chip's there. He's bopping, I can see.
You know, Chips are good. I'll be honest with you. You see, as a DJ, if I say I'm doing what you're doing or whatever, he would be in my mind. I know if he's got a certain amount of, if he's on a certain wave or a certain vibe and whatnot, I know I can get him on the microphone. I know I can.
Yeah. So basically, the Eddie Caddy one's probably.
Oh yeah, right now we're looking at the Instagram.
Yeah.
Matt 10's Instagram.
All right. So what happened was now, so I could see chips popping, but then what ended up happening was the roof started going off.
Right.
Right. Now chips come over. Chips got on the mic, so it turned into a whole thing.
Yeah.
But from that, Chip said to me, "Yo, the grime scene savior thing."
Right.
That led on to that, which was that there where everyone was. I don't know when it was, but it wasn't long after, and that had everyone there. And I streamed that. Oh, there's so much that went into it, but that J2K thing led to that anyway. And when J2K did come back on the roof, he was surprised, I must say.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet.
He looked like.
I bet. He was like, what?
Yeah.
What was going on?
Yeah. So it started going off up there. Yeah, look. So that's some of the highlighted clips from there. Lethal was there. Chip was there. Eddie, Deneo. So anyway, that grime scene savior thing, I feel like culturally for the Resurgence, what happened that day, was really key to what's happening now in terms of when everyone's saying it's grime back.
Yeah.
That day was a sort of an introduction. Big up Chip though.
What's your take on, like, you know, a couple of people before was mentioning about some people feeling like they're a little bit bored of the nostalgic element of it with the same lyrics, and did you see that dialogue?
Yeah, I've seen that. Do you know what? I feel like my take on it, for me personally, is got to go back to go forward right now. Anyway, that's how I think for myself. So it's just educating people where the stuff comes from, and then maybe they definitely will need to change and move forward. But you can only introduce new stuff. It's like old tunes still banging it. It's like, so.
I love the nostalgic element.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, naturally, because I pay attention, I also notice. I always know when a man's like dropping new lyrics and all that type of stuff. And also, I love the fact that it works the same way in how dancehall works as well. If you put, for example, I talked about this a little bit before in the pod, but let's just say in a room, you run one rhythm and you have Bounty Killer, Baby Sham, and Beanie Man. They're gonna give you some new lyrics, but then you see when it's time to get the reel up, they're gonna give you the nostalgic, and that's what's 100%. Gonna make the room go mad. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And I love that. Yeah. I love that. That is everything for me personally. Yeah. Especially within my personal life. Yeah. But let's go back just a tiny bit. So yeah, you went away for a little while and stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What was your reasonings for taking a step back? Like, was you having some things that were going on, like personally within just your environment, or was the music a contributing factor to the way that it was affecting how you were starting to feel?
I was feeling how I was feeling because of me. Everything else, I was a contributing factor. I was just in a like active addiction for a very long time, and it just got the better of me.
What type of addiction?
Like cocaine.
Right.
Alcohol could be added as well, but mainly cocaine. And I was doing that all through the nasty days, everything. But when things started to decline for me, was due to that. And it's not just about that. It's about the behaviours. How I'm moving, how I'm behaving, how I'm treating people, how I'm carrying myself. All of that stuff was all linked in. Some people may not have noticed. Some people might have just thought I was that way. But me stepping back, like all this new lease of life, all of this stuff was happening for me now. It's because I stopped doing that.
Well, paint the picture for me a little bit. Like, what was it making? Like, how was it affecting you?
Well, affecting me mentally.
Yeah.
Well, I would be very. Denial is the main thing, yeah. But I wouldn't have said I had a problem, yeah. So I would just behave in a very ignorant, self-destructive way, and very self-sabotage, like as in I could have a good thing and I'll sabotage it. Just a lot of stuff I did was because of that. It's very hard to pinpoint because there's so many moving parts. But all I can say is I wasn't myself.
Yeah. When did you start realizing that you wasn't yourself?
Not until I stopped. I knew I wanted to stop, but I didn't know what stopping looked like, and I didn't know what it felt like.
What made you feel like you wanted to stop, though? If you don't see that there's so much of a problem at the time, you're just moving in a state of normality.
Yeah.
What's making you say, I think I want to stop, though?
Yeah. It's the lack of self-respect, like losing self-respect, low self-esteem, the way I was treating people around me, the effect I was having on people around me, the dangerous situations I was putting myself in, the way I started to feel like I felt like embarrassed. But looking back, I've always felt embarrassed. I've always felt a bit ashamed. Like being in a room like this, I would have felt mad uncomfortable, super uncomfortable. I would probably have had to drink or do something because I didn't know how to be. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, even before, if you met me before, I probably would have been shy and stuff. That wasn't because I was shy. It's probably I just was uncomfortable in my own skin. You know what I mean? And that I used to use that stuff to sort of make up for that uncomfortability. Yeah.
You see the hold on 1 second. Oh, no, post. The big man's walked in. Yeah. Party tone po. You get what I'm saying? My charges.
Yeah, my G.
What's
Yeah,
what
buzz? Yeah, you were talking about that yesterday. Thursday. My brother, man.
You're sitting next to you, yeah?
Oh, cool. What you
So I
saying?
can't sit next to you. Alright, bro, what up?
I'm saying it's too wham, bro. It's wham, bro. He's telling me he's not going gym. He said he's not going gym.
Man, you're alright, bro. You're not bad.
He's a wham, man. He's a wham, bro.
I'm one, fam. You know
Yeah, I hear it loudly.
Come on, my brother.
Hey, what po is it today?
Today is Tracksuit Po, and Tracksuit Po is an individual that just wants to coast through the ends.
Strongly.
So you're just having cultural conversations, you're having irrelevant conversations because you do that, and obviously medical is happening as well. So that's where we are today. Tracksuit Po, it's just ends po. Ends po.
Yeah.
Ends po, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know about the different pose?
I don't know.
So they used to be political. So we used to have political pole. Let me give you we used to have political pole, you know, very serious and all of that. We had to put
I know how to
bed.
bring I know how to bring political po out.
He can bring out political pole,
Right.
but then you have party time pole.
Right.
That's which is like 10 and you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
But then you have ends pole.
Yeah.
We just have a little ends conversation. He's like, what's going on? Or my man went to the shop. What did he get? Them type of conversations, and that's where we are.
What
today.
did he get? You stepped in and just like because I wanted to just still deep dive into this element. Just lastly, very quickly,
Of course, let me just think
when you was talking about like obviously understanding that there was obviously an issue, whatever. At what point did you know, alright, cool, the only way that I can stop and get out of this is by going to rehab, though?
It was suggested to me, and I had no other option.
Did you rebuke it to begin with, like on a Bible?
No, I wasn't on it at first. Well, I was gonna go because my mum wanted me to go, my missus wanted me to go, not because I wanted to go. And in that space of time of them wanting me to go, I was still doing whatever I was doing, and then it hit a point when it's like, no, I want to go because I had nothing else left to give. I just wanted to stop, like, and I was willing to do whatever I had to do to stop. So that's why.
How long was you there then? How many?
For the first time, 6 months. 6 months in the rehab, and like 2 months in between because it was 2 different stages. 2 months in between, so I was in that process for about 8 months. But then I came out of there, and I still carried on with everything else I was doing apart from like using, and then I ended up relapsing, and I ended up back in the rehab again.
Right.
And now this time it's just like
clean.
Everything's got to change. It wasn't just about stopping that. It was about changing everything.
See in rehab, what do they do? Like what does that look like?
It's more about education around addiction and understanding what it is that finding out why it is that you use a substance. What is the reason and how it affects you, how it affects your body and your brain and things like that for you to not be able to stop doing it. So if you suffer from it, it's looked at as an illness. Like once the obsession starts in your mind, you can't stop. There's nothing you can do to stop yourself once you've got that obsession in your mind, yeah? And if you suffer from that, you have to carry on a certain way to avoid putting yourself back in that state. So I can't like go out and start behaving in a certain way, like dishonest, like I'm in a relationship, I'm sleeping with everyone, like I'm carrying myself. No, I'm just.
What animal in the jungle are you again?
Cheetah.
Strongly.
No, yeah, no, that's all good. That's all good. Listen, everyone don't suffer with what I suffer with. For me, it's dangerous. You get me? So
come with me.
You know, yeah, I'm alright. I don't need you to do that.
I'm joking. No, it's a serious
question. Yeah, no, but yeah, just all of that. So I basically had to change my behaviour because it will all lead me back to that place. So the first time round, the only thing I changed was just the stopping of the using. I carried on, and eventually I ended up going back.
Right. So is it essentially like talking therapy then? Is that?
There's talking therapy, group therapy, reading, like counselling, acupuncture. This all meditation, and that's just in like the early stages. I mean, you could leave there and carry on with some of these things. Some of them are suggested too, especially meditation. So yeah.
And then what?
What was the addiction again?
Cocaine.
Alcohol. Thank you.
So then, obviously so when you stopped, that's when you realised, oh shit, I was moving a bit, I was going crazy.
Mad. You know what it is? Because I've numbed myself all over that time. Imagine memories are coming back from time ago. I might bump into someone and think, oh, I did that to them. Raw. Like mad stuff. Oh, you get me? It's like I'm bumping into people that, yeah, it's mad. And people could be resenting me. I could be in a room with someone and not understand why they resent me. And then it's come back to me what I actually done. And how many people must I be in a room with or be around that I've done things mad to. I have to.
Could you give me one example of something in hindsight? No names, you ain't got to do all of that. But in hindsight, you know what? That was mad, though. Sorry, I'm like that. I can't
off the top of my head. I can't.
Yeah, okay. No, I hear. I understand. No,
make myself up. Basically.
Yeah. No,
how bad was I, basically?
Yeah.
I was bad.
I hear it. Well, yeah, man. We give thanks that you made that through. But yeah.
Outside, man. This is Hcpod. Hcpod understands the outside element, man. It understands.
Sorry, Paul. I just wanted to finish that part there.
Well, you apologising. I'm late. Can you apologise too? That don't make sense.
Yeah.
But if you want to start doing that, I would, recommend it. If a girl cheats on me, she should apologise. I'd apologise to her if I didn't.
Yeah, we was talking a little bit of like just on the being outside stuff and a little bit earlier in that as well. You was at the rooftop too. Was you there?
Come
on, man. It was a vibe. Shout out J2K, man. That was a big, strong vibe. Mm-hmm. You came true as well, Chucks.
No, I wasn't there.
Oh, you didn't come.
I didn't come true. I think. What did I do? Where was I? I think I only went to Carnival on the Monday because I had. Yeah, I think I didn't go on Sunday. And then what was I doing on a Monday? I can't remember now, bro.
You were with your mum, weren't you, at the beginning?
Oh yeah, I was with my mum on the Sunday. I walked with her on Sunday, and then what did I do on a Monday?
You said you went Volcano.
Yeah, I went there. I definitely went there. I went Stone Love.
Yeah.
I went Stone Love.
You was outside, where?
And there was another one. Did it begin with R? No, it didn't begin with R.
No, I didn't go Rampage.
You should get a haircut more often. You just remembering bare things.
Oh no, I know. Like, I can't remember what I did, but I wasn't.
That was so dumb.
I did. Listen, the rooftop thing though. Do you know what? So, Max, and I loved the vibe that you brought then.
Yeah, thank you.
You went through different eras, and one thing is you played to the crowd. So you looked at the audience that was there initially, and then you would play the music that would get them jumping.
Yeah.
Hence the reasons why people wanted to consistently come into the house. Hence the reasons why everybody was just sharing it, and everyone felt welcomed. And I think music is such a key part of an environment when you're creating a vibe. And it's like the moment you become inclusive to the person that's standing in the corner that thought, wait, are you playing this for me? All right, well, you can vibe in as well. You just feel So I really like the vibe you brought on them 2 days. Trust me, man. It was proper good. I want us to do that more often.
Do you know,
I like
obviously,
things like
everyone's already heard this part of the story, yeah? So you don't need to go into all of it again, because thing. But tell him, just briefly tell him.
So you were there the whole way, innit? You was there, especially, I can't remember what day it was, when Morfire and everyone was there. So essentially, what happened when the Carnival had finished and everyone started coming through the doors, J2K came up to me. Well, I said to him, I want to play Grime, innit, at the end. So he'd come up to me right at the end and he kind of whistled. I started playing Grime and he's like, Mac, everyone's just started coming in and you've just started playing Grime. And I was just like, yo. But I could see, listen, you know what's mad? I left my house that day with that intention. I didn't know who was going to be there. And I said to my missus, listen, if them man turn up or anyone's there, there's no way I'm not going to have them there and play some old stuff and hope something happens. And I did. And that's what essentially happened. So yeah,
and Chips is getting crazy. Or JK said you're playing Grime.
Yeah.
I don't like the stigma Grime has. We have to change that.
Stigma?
I feel like
what
that.
What
do you mean? Go.
Like, for example, this is the way I'm interpreting it. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I'm hardly ever wrong. Don't read the comments. They don't know what they're talking about. Alright, I'm just saying, if you hear that, it just sounds like, hey, change the music.
Yeah.
But I'm saying to you, there's certain areas in Grime. I used to tell people, there's areas in Grime where the gal can get catered to as well. You just need to have the knowledge and know where it is. People just associate Grime with what they see today. And I'm telling people, if you're growing up, if you're 20 years old, and it's no disrespect to the Grime that is evident today, but this is not my Grime. This is not my Grime. This is Ends Poll. He only tells the truth in the ends. If it was capital Poll, I lied. I would sue.
Do you know what?
Ends Poll, we told the truth. This is not the Grime I recognise. It's slightly coming back when I see people like Scorcher and all of that. And it's not to do with the age. It's to do with the delivery.
Right.
It's to do with the character,
right,
the cadence, the sonics. There's so much things that come into play. You just don't have to shout and jump on a mic to be Grime. Like, there's other things you can do.
Jump.
Do you know what's interesting though? You see the difference? Them lot came from a certain era and time when they had to be in the room and learn a different way to maneuver, how to hold the mic. You know what I've noticed since I've been outside? A lot of these guys don't know how to hold the mic.
100%.
And also the crowd reaction as well, which is what's good, because you don't know how you're maneuvering. If you're just spitting in your bedroom or in the studio, where are you getting your response from?
Yeah.
How do you know where to come in? Because if a man spits a lyric about gal and you ain't got a lyric about gal and you're coming in straight warrior, there's no synchronization.
Right.
So when you're outside and a man spits his girl lyric, you've got your girl lyric too, or he's spitting this. You know what I mean? So that's what's happening now outside. So I feel like that will develop in time with what's happening now. But they should definitely look to them, man, for the blueprint in terms of the music becoming an actual thing again.
I think the Ends Poll in me says bun what the crowd think. For the simple fact that we are selling culture to an ignorant audience, and sometimes, depending on where it is, if you've done it in the heart of the ends or an estate, we listen to the crowd. But when you take it out of it, you're educating a group of people. So that means that we all have to appreciate at one point they're going to be uncomfortable because they don't know what's being played, and we shouldn't weaponize that. That's just part of the process at times. You don't know this? Welcome to education. I think unfortunately there's an entitlement that lives and exists that makes me sick. That I've come and the DJ should play everything I like. I'm here to tell you all at home, no. Sometimes listen to the DJ. That's why he got
right then.
He has a reputation. He has done his thing. So now we have to listen to him and we have to follow his lead. It's not always about you.
Yeah, I get that, and that's a completely different conversation, and I'm fully with you, especially on that. I'm a DJ and I love playing new music, so it's really important.
That was a message to JTK. I'm joking.
No, that's really important. But also it's bringing people with us. The crowd don't necessarily mean strangers. The crowd could be us. This is the crowd. Do you know 100%. What I mean? It's about getting a reaction here from strangers that you don't know, but they could be in the scene as well. Because if I brought a new MC in here, he's going to get a reaction from us.
It's important.
So it's about
if he's good.
With us. Yes. If he's good. If he's not, then that's another. I don't know.
Yeah. I know what's good.
But he's learning if he's not good.
There you go.
Mistakes.
There you go.
Is growth, innit? So.
Yeah.
One thing you spoke about was they don't know how to hold the mic. Do you know where that is? Do you know how I learned? Literally, you go radio, and then if you didn't listen to your set when you went home, people would text in and tell you, I can't hear you, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
So someone would recommend a way for you to hold the mic, and then you would find that recommendation would build your way of going, oh, I got to speak into this part. Yeah. And then you would find your way of holding the mic, speaking into a particular part of a £15 broken mic. It's just, you know, we learn hard.
Do you know what as well? You can always see naturally, which is a good thing too, is that you can see the difference in experience when you, like, see like Grime MCFM, for example, you can see the difference in experience from where somebody is experienced and they're inexperienced from the way that they're talking on the microphone. So it's like, you might, and it's not about reload bars and all of that type of stuff. It's just about clarity, and, you know, knowing what bar at what point. Later on, you start pointing out, okay, you're like a freshman in it a bit, and you're going to learn some stuff, but not in a disrespectful way. But it's like, okay, by seeing what's happened here, if you're paying attention, the more that you do this, the more you'll start to understand more how this thing works. And you'll sound better as time goes on. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what Grime does? It makes you love yourself. The early Grime made you love yourself. I didn't look at BRUZA of any less of any person next to Kano, or look at Kano or JME, or I didn't look at anyone less as anyone, even if I wasn't into that particular way of executing the sonical experience. I looked at it as a different experience because it just encouraged me that if BRUZA can be that guy, go get me, JME can have a unique style, Skepta can have a unique style, Kano, with all these people having unique styles, it just spoke to being yourself. So I say, if you like Grime, you love yourself. Because you love the fact that you can be an individual. You don't even have to make anything that looks like Grime, but Grime definitely promoted being an individual. And I think the reasons why people are rebellious towards it today is because we're growing up in an era where people work off blueprints. And it's like, that blueprint works, that format works, let's copy that and just do it in our own way. Works. Grime worked off, nah, I'm doing my own thing. I remember that whole battle of Get sounded like Kano, or Kano sounded like Gets, people were saying. And today, I don't believe that that's the case. I didn't even think it was the case that much at the time, but because they were both lyrical and so on and so forth, people used to go, you're too similar. You had to be an individual back in the day. So if you love Grime, you love you. If you don't love Grime, you're J2K talking to Mac.
I think that's. I think
they got J2K.
I'm joking, man.
That's crazy. I saw his.
I think
he went crazy the other day. He went. I'm glad you brought it up.
Who went crazy?
J2K went crazy the other day.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that. But I think just off of what you were saying, I think that's a whole next conversation. But I think that conversation that was happening back then about Kano and Gets and whatever probably was the thing that really spurred Gets to end up just doing a madness. Do you get what I'm saying? Because he would have been hearing that ego, irritated, all of that, knowing that he is separate. He is separate. He has got his own style. And as time went on, you really started to see and understand that. But go on.
I was going to say he's a perfect example of watching someone blossom in terms of how they started. That Gets that was in Nasty is not Gets today.
Yeah,
they're completely far apart. When he first started, his breathing was off. He's holding the mic different. Everything was different. The cadence, everything was. But he's grown and blossomed, and now he is what he is today. So, like you were saying, if someone came in there and it wasn't really good, it's just this room to grow. You know what I mean? I think that person could go on and.
Gets, bro.
Did you do BRUZA? Did you have BRUZA?
Yeah,
I've had BRUZA on.
Yeah, because I feel like I've seen that. Hey, I want to know BRUZA's story though. You know,
probably on my Instagram.
Is it on your Instagram?
There's a Chip and BRUZA here.
Nah, it wasn't that one.
Nah.
There's something that I got in my head of me seeing BRUZA.
Oh yeah, that's the one outside.
Outside.
Insta. It's the one with Big Nasty.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on my Insta.
No, I know that's true. The conviction Chuckie said yes with.
Yeah. Because see me when I like something and sometimes I'll just watch it over and over and over and over again.
Scroll down.
And I've never met BRUZA before.
It looks like scroll down.
I love BRUZA.
I've never met BRUZA before, yeah, but I've always loved and rated BRUZA, and like to be honest with you, I don't even feel like I know much about BRUZA.
I think it's that one.
This one?
Yeah.
I think so.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if it's this one. Go on, wait. Turn it up. No, it wasn't this one, though.
Oh, there's another one.
That's why you're in your man aside. I'm ready to flash your mind. There's a couple little men that you have. You know you're ready for the back of the mind. Acting your team like an Afghan. Slap this. Keep you able to back down. I'm going to be like a mumbling. Screws up and wondering. Leaving his feet to the pondering. Ready to answer. Take this off again.
Alright, this one is too great. Go to the other one. Go to the other one. Bro, he's too crazy with it, bro.
It's crazy.
He is too crazy with it.
He's such an identifiable character.
100%. Do you know what? BRUZA needs to be on the couch.
Pause.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say come on the couch.
Pause.
Now you did.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Fucking heck.
Because remember, I'm saying pause for my benefit. There is nowhere to sit next to you, Chucky.
Yeah, protect
So
yourself.
just watch how you say management.
One of them ones.
This guy was hilarious. He was cold as well.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if we can find that one still, but yeah. But big up BRUZA still.
That one?
Come
You
on.
said it was Big Nasty, right?
He said it was
Yeah,
Is
that's
it this
it,
one?
that one down there.
Looks like the
On
same
the right?
day. Same day.
Big Nasty's learning how to do the split.
Sounds of the blues.
This is it.
Pop from out of the blues. Pop go down and boom. Pop it crash and move. It's been a bit of a wait, I've not been around, it's true.
Yeah?
I've had a lot of music and I ain't on about some food. Alright. You know it shit just ain't alright. Smoking on that Bob Marley.
Every little thing's gonna be alright.
Hear me.
Hey, he's crazy with it, bro.
Do you know, let me show you
He's
how much
crazy with
This
it.
is how immature I am, and it's pathetic. I was showing hate in Pete and Bass
Yeah.
at the start
Yeah.
because of BRUZA.
You what?
You know Pete and Bass?
Yeah.
I didn't like it, even though I knew it was good because of BRUZA. I just want
Yeah.
BRUZA to go through, and then I'll like everything. And that's not even against them. They've done
No,
nothing
I know
wrong.
exactly
They've
where
done
you're coming
nothing
from.
Wrong.
I know
Shout
exactly
them
where you're
out,
coming from. Yeah,
God bless
100%.
them. But because the first type of style I heard with that being executed
Yes.
in a particular way where I was like,
Yeah.
cold, was BRUZA.
I didn't
Just
ever
where I'm
think of
from, if he don't go through the door, I'm not liking anything else.
It's a
Oh,
tragedy.
I don't know who wrote their bars though. Who's writing the lyrics?
Here going crazy, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'd be satisfied if I knew that BRUZA wrote them though.
Yeah, then I'm happy again.
Yeah, they're happy again.
And
I'm
if he
happy.
hasn't, I'm just saying Peter Bass, consider it.
Yeah.
And
Consider
then I
it.
like everyone again. But it's collateral damage for
Can I
circumstances
see it
you
one more
have
time?
nothing to do with.
Yeah.
Let's hear it one more time.
Okay, look how excited. Look at
You gotta appreciate you.
the excitement you man are bringing,
Pop
man.
out of the blues. Pop go down and boom. Pop it crash and move. It's been a bit of a wait, I've not been around, it's true. But I've had a lot of music and I ain't talking about no food. Alright. You know it shit just ain't alright. Smoking on that Bob Marley. Everything's gonna be alright. Hear me.
Yeah, he's too
Sounds
mad.
of the blues.
Who else?
is too
And that's
bro.
what I like about Grime. When I take a look at a particular style in other rap formats, sorry to keep going off the topic, but I just love this thing here. There are so many, obviously it's probably because it's a bigger market space, but there are so many styles that are just so like, he sounds like this, like, there's just such a repetitive sound sometimes that I'm just like, I'm listening to the same thing, but just a different version. It's almost like I've just gone Wembley Market and I'm just seeing fake trainers and it's just like, oh, it's from fake Nikes and fake. It's just, that's all I have. And that's no disrespect because they still cost money. If you bought fake Dior's, that's £300, you know. That's still expensive. My point is, in Grime, you have to be authentic. You have to be yourself.
President T.
President, brother. Big H. Brother. JME, you don't understand how you... JME is a grown ass man in shorts with braids, a do-rag, doing whatever the fuck he wants.
With a puffer jacket.
With a puffer jacket.
Man's rapping
You
on
don't
Mario.
even... It's like his upper body's in Iceland and his bottom is in fucking Jamaica. But do you know why it makes sense? Because it's Grime. You can do whatever you want. I always say to people, I don't understand why you don't
Shout out
want
to
to be in that
JME
space.
and No Two Ways, by the way. It's their team.
Oh, they gave you training. In fact, save Jamie for...
They don't do yourself.
But guess what? Skeptic gave me D, so thank you, Skeptic. Oh, but again, Jamie, Skeptic, Grime, you can even wear Grime. Everyone that puts down Grime, I always go, okay, so what's the other option? Repetition. Sounds like Groundhog Day. Go over here, man. Life. Look at this. This gives people another opportunity. I'm looking at this, yeah. Maybe I wouldn't even have the opportunity to see the resurgence of someone like you had it not been for the genre of music that you specified
No,
in.
100%.
Do you know where I'm coming from?
No, 100%.
Grime gives you another opportunity.
Yeah,
R&B
it
just
does-
started copying it. I'm joking.
No, it does definitely have a stigma. Another one is that there's not many girls into this particular music, which I don't believe. I don't believe.
We just need more.
Yeah.
That's Boy Better Know's fault. It's not anyone's fault. It's Boy Better Know. Stop blaming everyone.
Yeah. So
Whoever
we
wrote
need
that
more
bar.
of that. We need more of that. So, yeah, that's it really.
Was this the one that we were talking about, Poe? Do you remember?
Go on, my brother. What you mean? Play it.
Talking about the feds. Was this the feds one?
There's
one
a
of them
couple.
is one of
There's a
them.
couple.
Show them, when I'm a day, what you gonna do? Got the back from one or two. Ain't got an idea, ain't got a clue. What you gonna do when they come for you? I'm the son of the shot, man, I'll bet.
But I don't know which one. But it's him.
It's him.
It's
but
him
I
though.
don't know which
There's a
one.
Because
few
I've got it saved on my Twitter. He went
Might be.
crazy.
It just happened, I'm back. You was in the barbers earlier.
Yeah.
That rhythm there, the next one.
I heard you was in there.
That rhythm there.
No black. It just happened. Game's not done. They gonna come out my full gun.
Yes!
We can say when I got top line. You want me to slide in the round. It's late, girlfriend scream. Quick on eyes about making a sign. Shut your head, slide in the round. What point send it? That's good for the band. That reminds me. Means me where you find me. Gonna be one of them nights. Gonna get lean. Don't wanna fight. Right, old state. Leave him, mate. He took the biscuit and the cake. I suggest you leave him there. When he wakes up and give a beer. Yeah, white, black, skinhead, prick. Everybody get this.
He's on my Twitter!
You know what, hey, Chuckie, do you know what, yeah? You see what I was just saying to you about pulling up anyway? You know what happened? Literally, that day, we've got the same barber. Went to cut my hair.
Are you serious?
I
It's
lived
a
in
true
that
story.
area. This is a true story. That's my area, so I always wanted to get Plaster Station in there. I pulled up there one other time and it went mad. People started pulling over. Like, I was there for about 20 minutes. It was too mad. I packed down and left. I need to be prepared. Anyway, this day I thought, let me do it again, get some content. Yeah. So I pulled up there, did that, and he's come walking up from there. He must have heard in the barbers I was there. Literally come walking up there, and that happened. So like what I'm saying, I didn't plan on doing that. I just got a thought in my head, like, let me just pull up there and do a set quickly, boom. And that we was there for not even that long, and that happened. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, my stuff's always with me. I could see somewhere, so I'm always prepared. Imagine someone walked in this room now that I could set up straight away. If I bumped into someone on road, for God forbid I saw Gets, he's coming with me. I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
Let's roll. Let's do this quickly. Let me get it. Boom. And things like that. So I'm always on it. Sometimes I'll try to go for a bit longer to engage with people.
Yeah.
But other times I just can't. But that's how it's going.
Yeah, being outside where you're from though is cold still.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Definitely.
Name another genre apart from dancehall that is disinclusive.
Yeah.
You have to listen. As much as they try and kill these genres of music, whether it be garage, whether it be house or funk or an element, when you have an inclusive genre of music, like for example, someone in that room can make something that we're all going to. It's basically football. Like you can't stop these types of things. Like this come like football. I can make a chant, and tomorrow, it's the lit. It's the litness.
I feel like it's a culture thing though, because for me, my roots are really grime. Because like, I started DJing around garage and I was into funky and all of that. But the core where I learned culturally what grime means and the way I maneuver around my music and DJing, that all came from grime. So this culturally, I feel like I could have potentially been doing the same thing with other genres. It's that go get it attitude. I can do it myself. All of that come from grime. Watching Dizzy make his own music, get signed. Wiley start his own music. Yeah, that whole DIY mentality came from grime. Like garage sounded like I could never imagine one of my friends making a quality garage song or a quality house song. So when someone made grime, and it was meant to sound like it was made on a PlayStation, because I could relate to that, and it's blossomed since then. So I saw that whole DIY from Dizzy and Wiley and Jammer, and that's the same attitude that we're seeing here.
That's kind of lit, where.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold.
I'm looking for this one set and I can't
Hey,
find
are
it.
you looking for something?
Yeah, but no, carry on, man. I was still looking at it, man. I'm not prepared. I found it.
Oh, that's Ranger. Big up Ranger.
What? No, he's got. This ain't the right
That-
one,
I
though.
know what one you're talking about. The
Why
one
did
with
he
the
go
girls-
so
the one
mad?
with the girls in is the girl in there, and he says, "Give me your money." That one. It's in
Carry
there.
on.
You can show.
Is it on your gram?
Yeah, it's on my gram. Just keep scrolling. I'll show
Brother,
you.
he
Just keep going.
went,
Just keep going down. No, we're coming close to it. Go.
bro.
Yeah, keep going.
Wait, did you bar as well?
Wait, it's there.
Me?
That
Yeah, I
one.
swear I just
No,
saw
is
you.
it that one?
Oh,
It might be that.
my
It might be
God.
that one. Just
Go
check
to
it.
this right
because there's two. Just check that.
Go on to this.
Yeah, it is.
Play it. Volume, bother. Wheel it. You messed up the whole vibe. Wheel it.
Oh, I saw this.
I saw it. It's
I
on
saw
your
this.
page.
Yeah.
That's where I saw it.
Yeah.
Watch
Like
this.
it.
Yeah. Give me your money, your life instead. Then.
You had to wheel him. He was going mad. He was going crazy.
Double hand wheel.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. You went mad with it.
Yeah, no, it's not Ranger.
That's all I remember. So. Yeah. He's pulled up a couple times, isn't it?
Tuesday when Hackney, you have to come that night. You know the way there?
My God, I love that. And do you know what it is? Because I'm Hcpod today, I relate to that. Give me. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. He should have got real time ago. From time ding-a-ling-a-ling. Don't wheel him.
That's the perfect example. Again, that's just us just vibing on the road, and we're not playing grime, but the mentality's there. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just come on the mic. You get me? So, bro, come on the mic. I know it's mad these days. You can't say nothing, but yeah.
You stop him in his tracks.
I feel like cat food.
Alright, cool. Say nothing.
Yeah, it's mad. Sick though, man. Big up yourself each and every time, man. How's Criminal?
You know what? It's doing all right, man. It's doing all right. Hopefully one day we get the real Grim back, man.
Yeah.
Gotta pray. I just pray that one day he gets back to where he needs to be.
100%.
Yeah,
What
man.
a talent, bro.
He did reach out to me actually quite a while ago.
Yeah, man.
We had a little thing, but honourable shout out to Criminal each and every time. Still,
Yeah.
we'll definitely have a conversation at some point for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You do know it's 20 years since P's and Q's, by the way. 20 years, crazy.
20 years of everything.
I know.
Yeah,
it is, isn't it? Hold on a minute.
Everyone went mad.
Just wait, Powell's 20 years.
Powell's 20 years. Boy, when was Dizzy's 20 years? Was that last year?
Dizzy's lot was last year.
Yeah,
Dizzy's was last
Powell,
year.
P's and Q's.
Because Dizzy last year did he did O2 Arena, didn't he?
Yeah.
As a celebration of that.
Arsenal is 20 years for the Invincibles. Just gotta shout it out.
Oh, that's when Kano put out P's and Q's and Arsenal won that them times.
That's what I'm
there.
saying. It just makes sense for winners to come out that year. Kano, shout out Kano every time, man. Come
You know
on.
what? I feel like I should say this story on there. I don't know if it even makes any sense, but the fact that P's and Q's come up on there, big up Kano as well. Yeah, but I just want to say this. We can laugh about it now, but we was all still in nasty, yeah. Supposedly.
Yeah. This is what I want to know,
So
actually.
we're all like, I'll paint a picture. We're all like in my mum's house, yeah. Phone call. Yo, why are you man not at the video shoot?
But sorry to interrupt you.
Wait.
Sorry to interrupt you. Just for anyone who doesn't know, Kano was in Nasty Crew.
Yeah.
That's when he says we were all in Nasty.
Yeah. So Kane was in nasty. So we get a call saying, "Yo, you man not at the video shoot. What video shoot?" Our Kane's got a video shoot. Listen, no, but it was bad because when it was like, okay, all right, cool, let's go up there and see what's going on now. So we're walking through and we're just seeing lights and people. Now I'm not talking normal lights. I'm talking like bright lights.
Yeah.
Like
It's
football
different.
Stadium lights, the cranes there's a lorry. It looks like they're filming a movie. We get their Kane's all lit up. We're like, yo, what's going on? It's like, rah. That was P's and Q's.
Right.
And 20 years of P's and Q's. So big up Kane, but that's my memory of that. That's probably the scene right there.
So I have to ask this question. Was it harmonious?
Harmonious what at the end?
When you got there, was it harmonious? I can't not. You get what I'm saying? I have to.
It's not that. It's the question's answered. Was it harmonious at the end?
Bro, the answer to the question was
We got there eventually.
We got there eventually.
You got there.
We got there eventually.
Anyway, but
You reason.
yeah, man, it is what it is, man. But yeah,
Cause
shame, but that's what happened.
he was on his
Yeah.
P's and Q's, man.
He was on his
It was on his
P's
P's
and
and
Q's.
Q's,
He was off.
man.
Nah, shout out Kano, man.
Yeah,
Prime
man.
example of just like when talent I feel is in the right environment.
No, hey, listen. What's that mean?
No, I mean like a ratings thing. Like obviously, I like when everything's in the ends. This is ends pole.
Yeah,
when it came out of the ends and they started doing rock and roll, it wasn't my thing. It might be other people's thing. But when he's over here, it's KA.
You know what? Some people were switched on and some people wasn't. That's what I can say. But some people had their business hats on and a vision, and others didn't. And some people took the steps they was meant to, and others didn't. So. And
information then wasn't as.
Do
you know what I'm saying? The information that we have today,
100%
about market spaces and your crowd and who you're speaking to and value within yourself. I would say I felt sorry for the likes of Kano and all of that. It must be so difficult being this level of artist that can make Home Sweet Home something you speak about 20 years from now. But then when he immersed himself within a music industry, so to speak, it almost like they wanted to devalue who he was and what he brought to the table. 100%. And they were more concerned with what they can bring to him to gloss up whatever plan that they have. Do you know what I'm saying? I just always think I would have liked to have seen Kano without all of these wankers and just seen Kano by himself with the same team of individuals that created this project, and just adding to that and then growing organically through that, because you're talking about honestly one of the greatest ever to come from this country, and I just feel like some of it was stifled by wankers.
Yeah, I feel like that was the time though, and I feel like now that whole process, that was a whole nother process that managers learning now that we can actually take back control. We don't have to do all of that other stuff when we don't want to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That we can, and that's a whole nother learning thing that can be handed down as well. So all that.
I feel like it kind of needed to happen for the information to be there, because they all so many of them did it, and I don't begrudge them. I know it's an uncomfortable conversation for some of them because there's elements in their catalogue that I know that some of them would just much rather not ever reference in it. But I think the information is there now. You don't even have to do that anymore. Like at one point I remember Dizzy mentioned it in it. That was like an interview that he mentioned a couple of times. So he's saying he's doing these rhythms or whatnot, and then one day I think he said that he was they had him supporting for.
Is that you?
Is that you there?
Who?
In the video.
Why would you ask me if I was in P's and Q's?
Not you.
No, I doubt it very much.
That's Gets. I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah, I doubt it very much.
Who is that? I don't know who that is.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I don't think I was in.
You think
you lot hadn't turned up?
Wait. He said, he let you know at the end everything was squashed, and you think that
he's in the video.
A man turned up to the video shoot uninvited and they got put in.
No, but you said Nasty Crew didn't get the call. Is that what you said? I don't know if I'm mistaken here.
You should.
No, I'm not.
Mr. Trim.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, I think you completely.
Yeah,
you missed it a little bit.
Do you know, it's because Chuckie's been bullying you these weeks.
I got my mic now.
Yo, hey, the mic's a little bit too close, man. Move the microphone, bro. But yeah, no, like I remember Dizzy talking about him being support for Justin Timberlake or whatever. Or someone, I can't remember what the artist was, but he was like seeing the way that people were reacting to it and then thinking, hold on a minute. Wait, when I'm doing what I'm doing, like no one's not reacting to it in the same way. When I come out of my environment, it's not happening. And then so he's done this and then it's worked out, money's being made. And then it's like, now this whole space of like, places where we were never before, like going to festivals and all that shit, wasn't necessarily there. These doors get opened up, but it gets opened up in an uncomfortable way because everyone's doing some shit that really and truly they don't really love doing. They're doing it to make it ends meet at the end of it all. But then there has to become a point where somebody says, yeah, you know what, I'm dashing all of that in the bin now. This is dead. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Now we're at a stage where even though it feels like a black button's being switched off because the industry looks like it's just in a little bit of a weird space at the moment, it's like you don't have. If you're doing all of that, you're doing it purely just because you just genuinely just want to do that, not because you have to do it. Yeah. Not because it has to be a means to what ends. There's so much artists that we've seen now that are like doing stuff with a level of integrity and being able to make a decent living out of it. And look, the reality is as well is that not everyone is gonna be, or even has to be, the multi-gazillionaire. You don't even have to, it doesn't have to be that. If you can build a core fan base of people that really are in tune to what you are doing and it is authentic, then you can easily make a really good living out of doing shows and merch and this, that and the fourth and whatever. There's so many artists that I think we could sit and have conversations about, but more time people always look to the highest point, which is fair enough. I understand that, but
I think it's because people are lazy, though. You know, sorry to cut you. People are lazy.
Well, artists, I think as an artist, or somebody, if you're aspiring to do something, people will always usually go to the highest point because at first that's where they think that they need to be, and then I think that for some artists or for some people, you get to a point where you're like, I don't necessarily want to do that because I don't want to do this and that and this and that to have to get. If I have to do these type of things to do that, I'd much rather not do that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Lazy.
Yeah. I've had to make
lazy, but some of it is fuckery.
What do you mean?
I've had to make those decisions in certain terms of certain types of content, playing certain things, and that like people have come to me, why don't you do this or this certain types of content, certain types of music I won't do because it's not me, not just because I'm doing it just because I think people will like it. So I'll just very strict around what I play. Like if I had an artist came on that was R&B or sort of really hip hop, it wouldn't really excite me. Okay. So I would just say I try to keep things as close to what I'm doing as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's 100%. Because that's fulfilling for you as well.
Yeah.
You don't want to be doing a whole bunch just because everyone wants to see that.
And on top of that, which is why I made sure I moved my locations where I was standing when I was on my own and things like that, because I like to banter with the public and the type of people I was putting on my screen. It's a sort of like I wanted to make sure I wasn't portraying the wrong type of thing. I differed, like what you said. If I have to do that to get like people to look at and
what you're
my
doing,
content, I'm not gonna do it.
Look at the face behind the number. That's what we always say. You have to see the face behind the number. If you don't see the face behind the number and all you value is the number, big man, before you know it, very empty room.
100%. And it is, for me, it's more about culture. And on top of that, there's so many things that's happening around. Like I didn't know some of the opportunities existed for me as a DJ. What's happening now? Like all I ever wanted to do was just mix. That's all I ever wanted to do, but now I've seen there's a whole load of different avenues. That's just an umbrella for what can be achieved. And, you know, obviously you get brands approaching and sponsors and this sort of thing, but some of them can be useful and used, and I never foreseen that. I don't know about this sort of world. I feel like I missed out on all of this, and I'm also having to make mistakes in this world, this new half corporate world when they're approaching. I'm having to deal with idiots at times, and I feel like I'm behind on that sort of stuff. I'm just catching up. But
just understand what your worth is and make sure no one tricks you out of your worth. That's important.
Thank you. So I'm learning still. You get me? So yeah, there's more opportunities out there. It don't just have to be bookings and blah blah blah. That's one for the DJ.
Yeah,
Bam, don't forget, you know, Chuckie is a DJ, bro.
I know I can't say nothing to Chuckie. I know who Chuckie is. He's
a fucking DJ.
Yeah,
look at the amount of things Chuckie has.
Yeah.
As just, if you just take a look at Chuckie as an umbrella and all the things that he does, sometimes it's very quick to forget. Wait a minute, I'm as a DJ. Bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
When
so
I was
like
thinking it, I thought, oh yeah, Chuckie.
Bro, I always think Chuckie's a good staple piece if you're a DJ to look at and go, yo. You mean I don't have to go and mix on a Saturday night? There's like, and so are you. So AG, all of these people I think are really important individuals. So important because you would tell your mum I want to be a DJ when we were younger, and she would ask you how you're making money out of it. And today I can say, oh, hey, look at Chuckie, look at Matt 10. I can show people that are DJs and think we're not just here mixing. You know, man got podcasts. Man's mixing on the streets, creating opportunities for new talent. So now you're having a direct influence on the market space within music from a commercial level. You might break the next artist that's number one in this country. That is an actual possibility. The same way Chuckie might talk to the number one artist in this country on the sofa having a normal conversation, but these times you're both DJs. In my head, that's crazy. That is crazy, bro.
We'll give thanks.
We'll give
we'll give thanks.
We'll give thanks.
Nah, you two crazy, man. Crazy.
Obviously, time is going to be of the essence for you in the piece because I know you've got to move. And are you driving? Yeah. So traffic out here gets crazy. So you want to monitor your thing.
Yeah, I live in the sticks, but not that far, man.
What, are you going all the way? No, wait. Are you going home to go before you go to your meeting?
No way. It's not too far.
Okay. Yeah. No. Couple things quickly. Yeah. Did you see what's going on with that you in Dubai? The black you?
Oh,
This is a difficult one for me.
yeah, man.
He's from Tottenham.
I'm not even.
He's from Ferry Lane.
He's from Ferry
He's my
Lane.
brethren's little brother.
What? Explain to me, 'cause I
Crazy.
don't know.
So
Does somebody want to give the rundown? Sushi, would you like to do it?
Oh, okay. Basically, this boy.
Have you got like the full context, like, you know, the thing
I can give you the ends rundown.
Well,
Which is
yeah.
very simple.
Basically, a young boy goes to Dubai on holiday
with his family?
with his family, 18 years old. Ends up getting into a little relationship.
They've been there since
Oh, I
last
wouldn't.
week.
Yeah, no.
Poet went to go and have a biscuit.
Yeah. We all know Chucky has a fear of
Wouldn't
mold, so-
recommend 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. There you go, have that instead. Anyway, yeah. So he gets into a little relationship, fling, whatever you want to call it, with a girl out there.
Yeah.
The girl is 17. The mum is not happy. The mum then tells the police.
Wait.
No?
When did she tell the police?
Oh, I don't know that bit then.
Okay, right. So here
Oh, you
what's
got
happened,
that
yeah.
bit.
So they've been on holiday. Him and the girls met each other in Dubai. Yeah?
Yeah.
They're both with their parents, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
They've had their little thing going on and whatnot. So her parents have found out about it. When they've come back to the country, that's when they've rang the police,
Yeah.
let them know that this boy was having an encounter with the daughter or whatever, and then the boy has got arrested. And so now he's in jail in Dubai. But the key factor is that the parent waited to come back to England, because the reality is that if she called the police then, unless she was crying, unless she was saying that the boy Arda, then really, if they've had this encounter, they will both be in trouble. But she waited to come back to the country to
Especially
do
in
that.
Dubai.
And now that he's in jail, 18-year-old boy in jail in Dubai. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk.
She's
About
already
trying-
turned. She's turned 18.
She's turned 18, yeah. She's
They
turned 18.
must have had not that long time between each other in terms of age. Like, he must have just turned 18
Yeah,
and she
a few
didn't.
months.
That's crazy.
Wait, what? Hold on, one
They,
second.
they
yeah.
might as well. I think they're the same academic year.
They probably would have been, yeah.
So what actually is the problem? Was the problem that they had sex, or was it the problem that she was 17 and he was 18?
scrolling down.
What is their issue?
Both.
Marcus,
Whose issue? The
The
law.
law in Dubai.
The law looks like it's because of the age. That's why they keep bringing up the
Right.
age.
Okay.
So I believe the law is the issue there, and I believe obviously it's just ends Paul talking. So some of it's a little bit flaky,
Dubai.
and I have an invested interest in it because of whatever.
Yes.
But I think it just sounds like the mum's on fuckery. She's been caught out. She's embarrassed. She's amongst all of these other things, and then she's gone and done what she's done. The other version of the story would be that the young girl lied, and
Oh yeah.
I think in both scenarios
It stinks.
it stinks. And what's happened to this situation with this young man is very disheartening. It's very upsetting. I think we already have so many discrepancies within the area, and within working class areas anyway. There's so many chances that you could go prison due to multiple things that are on your doorstep. The last thing you want is an individual to throw you in prison because of this. You don't want to be in prison in anyway. So this doesn't
Especially in Dubai.
in Dubai, bro. So I just think when I look at everything that's in front of me in regards to the evidence, which is not much I have, this looks like really, really, really poor on that mother's end. She's had a howler.
What's happening to?
Read that bit there. It says Dubai has only recently legalized out of wedlock sex for tourists, but still hosts a strict Islamic legal system. The girl was just a few months younger than Marcus, and he did not know that at the time. Since his arrest, she turned 18, and Marcus would not be facing 20 years in jail. This is something that Dubai should be prosecuted. Should not be prosecuting. Yeah, crazy.
My whole thing is like, you phone the police when you're in danger, yeah? So I want to know what danger anybody was in.
This is not about
I
danger.
don't think
This
it's
is
about
about
danger.
spite.
Yeah.
It's about spite, and it's about
So you
I
phone
guess,
the-
do you know what it is as well? I hate some of this stuff, bro. It just really it
Where's she
really
from?
irritates me, some of it, because you see, like, I don't know this to be a fact with the parents, but this is just with my experience with dealing with some people who come from certain places and that. Yeah, is that within a part of a culture, there's a level of embarrassment that a family will have if the daughter or so and so is with this person. And that embarrassment has a lot to do with what the community thinks. So it isn't always just about the parents. It's just it's frowned upon, innit? Yeah, you're putting an embarrassment within the family. So you know, sometimes you hear of like unfortunate situations where they might even just duppy the child or whatever. They just something mad happens in it. But it's like the mother has heard about what's gone on. I also understand the other element. There could have been a lie in there somewhere. I'm just simplifying it a bit. And it's like out of an element of embarrassment and spite, this is what they've gone and done. And now it's going to affect this youth forever. It's going to affect him forever. And there's also nuances.
British Indian.
The mum is.
The mum is British Indian.
Who knows where the dad's
But
from, but...
yeah.
You don't want Hcpod to talk now.
Yep.
You
Listen,
don't
yeah.
want Hcpod to talk now, doggy.
But also there's other elements, there's other nuance to this as well, yeah, because they would have went to Dubai on a holiday, yeah. To live in Dubai is a whole next thing. To go and stay there for a week or 2 weeks or whatever on a family holiday, especially when you come from a certain environment, is already a stretch. But sometimes for some people, you know what, we'll save really hard and we'll treat ourselves as a family to go somewhere, yeah. To now be in a situation where your son is in prison and now you have to, because you don't want to leave your son, so you want to stay there to help as much as you can. Do you know how much strain that puts on a family who could potentially be a working class family who don't have the money like that? Now they're having to spend thousands of pounds a week to just try and stay there and help. You don't even know, like, no one ain't answering the phone. It's not like one of these places where you can maybe get, you know, you can get this person on the phone or you can get, don't work like that out there. They're either leaving you to your own devices or you're coming over here with us and no one don't need to know nothing about anything.
What's upsetting is, I used to do youth work in Ferry Lane, as you know. And in Ferry Lane Estate, we used to look after his older brother. An amazing youth. Their family is absolutely incredible. I couldn't say, and I'm not just saying it because I can get all the other youth workers that I've worked with in regards to working with this family. Thing. This family is incredible. They always helped us in Ferry Lane Estate. They're just an admirable person. I never had the opportunity to work with him because he would have been too young. But his older brother and the rest of the relatives I worked with, an amazing family. So when I hear this has happened, the end poet in me, after finding out it's an Indian girl, just goes, I've grown up in the ends quite a bit. I definitely know, and I'm not saying this speaks to all Asian families, but there were a lot of Asian families that didn't want their youth mixing with black youth.
100%.
I'll tell you that. So the last thing they're going to want is their daughter that they've probably have very strict, like the parameters that they work with within the families that I've experienced growing up with is very strict. Us youths were a bit more free. So the moment that you find out what you slept with who out of wedlock in this family and it's a black youth, I'm telling you the black youth might have been the extra seasoning. The extra seasoning. If it was another Indian youth, and this is me speaking obviously without
like
any information, I don't know if it goes this
No,
far.
no,
And I'm speaking from my experience of
100%.
growing up in the hood. I'm not speaking for everybody else. This is strictly my experience of immersing myself with some Asian families. I'm not saying they have an issue with you, but they don't want you to have sex with their daughter. 100%. You can entertain them, you can play football with them, you can eat our food, but you cannot sleep with their daughter. I tell you that for nothing. I got rushed for less, bro, because they don't want that. So
do you know what though? That's a whole wider conversation that could be had, because you know the reality is, yeah, that it doesn't stop just there with Asian people though.
Brother,
It don't stop there. This is a big universal thing. You can go to so many different places in the world, yeah, and they'll like you because they like 50 Cent. Yeah? But hear what I'm saying? When it's time to be introduced to and all of that type of thing, it's a whole next thing.
Because do you know one thing? But listen, don't even get me started. Hcpod is really and truly here. Really, I'm here now. Hcpod will tell you this. For a lot of individuals ignorantly looking, black people are just entertainment.
Yeah.
We're just jesters. And the moment it's not entertainment, we shouldn't even be spoken to. So go play football, go sing music,
Or act.
go act, go DJ, go do this. Outside of that, that's why you always see them say, I don't know why footballers and entertainments are talking about politics. Because it directly affects us. We have no choice.
It's a bit.
We're from the bad parts.
It's a bit.
So I genuinely feel these situations, going back to this, are upsetting because I'm telling you, just growing up in England, one thing I know from my experience growing up is that a lot of the Asian families that I immerse myself with, we're cool, we're blessed, everything is smooth. You just can't see me with the Asian daughter. You can't see me with the Yasmin. You get me? Bengali, and that can't happen on the high street.
You know what, my
walking down
uncle's-
Brick Lane, you get your ass kick up.
My uncle said something rage to me years ago that always stuck with me, but I'm gonna have to bleep it out.
Or not.
He used to say to me,
That's right, man. Get your one back now, man.
he used to say to me, love. He used to say, I love it. I say, why? He said, I used to be with this. She couldn't. He goes, she couldn't. I couldn't sex her in her panani because because she something about her virginity. So we used to sex in her bati.
Okay, I'm bleeping it.
Bleeped out entirely.
Hey, my uncle. Let me tell you something, yeah. I got a couple of uncles. One of them's passed away. Yeah, these man were rage. Rage. You can't put them on the couch, bro. And he's man, and in his mind, you know what? In his mind, he said nothing. He ain't said nothing, man. That was what was going on. That was that. That's not. He's not saying that as a joke or we're laughing or whatever. He's telling you that serious face with a brandy. I'm telling you.
He's done good maths there. He's like,
He has to go back to Jamaica, Chucky. He cannot be with anyone else outside of that country. Gosh, man. But yeah, brother,
man. Listen.
the stereotypes exist, you know, and if the stereotypes existed at a point where them people are parents now, they don't want you with their black picnic. I don't care. They will have you with their black picnic if they're Stormzy or Dave.
They're very colorist.
Or those types of black
Oh
people.
yeah, the colorism.
The
in
colorism.
their
in
own.
it. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
let alone
On their own.
outsiders.
On their own.
On their
Let
own,
alone
yeah.
outsiders.
You gotta go.
Oh, you're gonna go, yeah.
My brother, blessings. Apologies
Matt,
again.
Sorry, say nothing, man.
Can we get a picture, lads? Even though we're still
Yeah,
on that right now?
quickly.
It'd be nice.
So yeah, love, bro. We'll talk.
It's Black Friday, isn't
The
it?
internet is saying
No, it's not.
basically it's
After-
Tommy Fury versus AI.
I believe it.
Do you believe it?
Yeah, why not?
It's Tommy
Mike
Fury
Tyson might have
versus
been AI.
AI. The internet's been talking about it, and I just wanted to bring it up here quickly.
When you
Do
say
really
Tommy
believe it?
Fury versus AI, you mean his new gal? I'm buffed.
So basically, there's a picture of with Tommy Fury with Arnold Schwarzenegger cheating on
Molly May.
Yeah, right. Obviously.
The girl.
No, I shouldn't say that. That's
Why am
wrong.
I putting
Why
that
am
the
I?
girl
I
for?
shouldn't.
She's a busting
That's
for.
face shaming. I shouldn't
She's a
face
busting
shame.
to someone.
That's face. Yeah.
It's not
100%.
Chucky.
No. Well, how do you know that?
Me.
Right, but I didn't anyway. So this girl was on a pod or whatnot. She was on a pod before saying that she'd necked him, this, that, and the fourth, whatnot.
The girl went on a pod saying this.
Yeah, she went on a pod. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
she never.
Yeah, but this was before
Right,
the.
I'm Brewski.
No, it's like with 3 other guys, no?
Yeah, she said. What did she say? Oh, it was 2 other guys.
That's all 3.
Was it 3?
1 black guy, 2 white guys?
Oh, maybe I don't know.
On the pod.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
what else? What? Because
They were like asking her, do you have, she goes, yeah, I have pictures. Yeah, it was me. She was just confirming everything that they were asking her. She was just confirming it all.
But you knew my man was gonna cheat anyway.
but the internet's saying
But
it's
it was
AI.
AI.
What do you mean?
As in, there's a picture of her inside of a car. Let's say it's like her taking a selfie, and him
I slightly
driving the
think it's
car.
him, though.
It
Have you
looks
seen it?
like she's merged a picture of her in a car and him driving a car.
No way she done that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let me see. Anyhow, it looks like one of them times when a Man
There's
United
other
player leaves
images of them on
Manchester
the
and they got
plane.
that picture driving out of the Carrington.
Have you got the ones of her on the plane?
On the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is,
That's like 3 different plane trips, and she's saying it's 1 trip. Do
Oh,
you know,
is
do you
it?
know what I mean? She's got an image of, well, let's say he's
Zoom
lying
in.
down.
The hairline looks obviously a bit thing.
It's this bit.
Yeah,
the
there's a bit that
separation
there's
Big
looks like a
man,
small
there's
little.
bare photos, bro. I'm seeing 3 photos.
Are you seeing 3
Women
photos?
and
You're focusing on
Tommy
this one
Fury
thing. There's
and
this
all
one. There's this one.
So they're saying this. They're saying this is AI.
But if that ain't AI, what's this?
See, this is the
So what's that? Is that AI?
No, forget that. That could be
Why am I forgetting
That
it?
could be anything.
No, just
These
give it back.
are
No,
it.
no, no. No, I'm not interested. You're making me interested in something I'm not interested in. It doesn't make sense. No. People in life don't listen to women like this. They're very dangerous. Shush. This is the thing, people. The moment you find enough evidence to show you that wrongdoing has happened, That's what's happened.
Wrong done's happened.
Yeah.
What am I trying to figure out? There's 10 bad pictures. Oh, but 2 of them are good. What's that got to do with the price of salt on a fucking Sunday? Big man, Molly May, you got cheated on. I told you. You tried to tell everyone about 24 hours in a day. I told you about this 24 hours in everybody's day. You should have been concerned with the 24 hours in your day.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah,
And then you would have known what's going on. You're out here telling people how easy it is to live life. But now you're divorced. Single, and you're gonna come
together.
They're gonna break up, man. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's
out,
gonna hurt. That's
not
gonna hurt them a little bit.
You reckon Molly May?
Saying, no.
No, wait, Chuck, let me land.
On,
you reckon Molly May, the same girl that lands up a camera to line up and does take 78 of her husband coming home with a belt from beating a YouTuber? You honestly think this woman is gonna be able to live with herself online? Take a look at people saying that her. Come on, man.
Please.
I don't even wish bad upon them because you know what? You want them to do. This is the same gal. Molly, leave, man. Molly, leave. If that's what you're having to compete with,
He must have preempted that he was going to get.
I think
He must have preempted he was going to get some real incredible neck.
she looks like my nigga Arthur Hill though.
Stop it.
She must have thought he must have
That's
thought he
my
was
guy,
going to
though.
get some real slot. Let me tell you why. Because he completely lost his marbles. How there's even pictures in the first place, yeah? Not to say, obviously, if you shouldn't cheat anyway, but I'm just saying, if you're cheating, how are you having somebody just taking pictures of you like that?
What does that let you know?
That's mad.
What does that let you know?
Go on.
He's been doing it.
Oh, no, she did say that. She said that he got neck from was it three other girls? Yeah, 2 other girls or whatever. That same night or whatever.
He was in the club dancing with Chris Brown in between the beat. What are we? I've seen these behaviour patterns, you know. I know what this is. I can't believe I'm out and with Chris Brown, this, that, and the third. He's cheating. Molly, you should have chosen another month. May, wasn't it? He's cheating. He is cheating.
That's
you have
crazy.
to accept it. Take it from a man that threw away the black book years ago. I'm an ex-cheater. I know the traits. I see it. Let's figure out what you're going to do moving forward. All this AI talk and big man.
He cheated.
And that's not the only girl he cheated with. He's been outside. He went Dubai. I saw a bag of girl I know go Dubai the other day. I know what one, man. Go get your money, girl, man.
You
Do
saying
your
everyone out
thing.
in Dubai is just being a cheater?
Not everyone. Just
the
about
majority.
99%.
Yeah.
And you have to accept that, man.
I think it will cost you a bit of money though.
What's that? To cheat?
Yeah, if you're going out there to do all of that. If you are not a man who has a certain way about him or can maneuver certain things, everyone's trying to charge a P. You meet a girl out there and you'll think that the girl's on you or whatnot, but then you'll find out she's a brass.
I've been there.
So have I.
Dubai, that is.
So have I.
No?
No,
You-
not
so
in
tell us
Dubai.
that-
Not in Dubai.
Yeah, tell us that-
Not in Dubai. I think where did it happen to me? I think it happened to me in Jamaica one time actually. Do you know what? I can't even tell. I definitely can't tell that story.
I'm all trying to figure out if I
I
can tell the
can't
story.
tell that story.
Listen, can I tell the story about the time we all went Brazil? Me and a particular group of people that work for a particular company. It's got nothing to do with me. I was just I actually got so drunk I couldn't leave the hotel room in Brazil. But I just know one time the whole company went out in Brazil and they went to an event and downstairs was an amazing rave, but every single girl was good looking. This doesn't make sense. And for some strange reason, every single girl has keys to something upstairs.
Oh, there you go.
This also doesn't make sense. And yeah, next thing you know, them man are in a brothel that's got a party downstairs.
A party downstairs. Right.
And it's a brothel upstairs. And where was I? Drunk at home. Well,
Crazy.
Brazil's not my home. But yeah, man, it
So
happens.
what, did them man
Chuckie.
have to pay?
Of course. Them man, I've never slept with girl like that. That was 2014. Them man, I've never slept with girl like that to this day. To this day!
Can I tell you something? There's never ever going to be a time here where, well, there could potentially be a time where I could meet a girl or whatnot, and then when we get to the hotel, then she starts telling me about how much it's going to cost. But I can't be held to ransom like that. You're crazy.
What?
That happens to so much people. What? Yeah, you're flipping, you're vibing with her, whatnot. You go to the hotel room now, you'll be thinking you're about to go and get the banana bread. Next minute now she's taking out a card machine. Fuck that. If that's what that is, then we're not doing that.
You know what? I have a different take.
You're taking out your card.
If a girl is
Contactless.
saying, let me hear you. Let me, just hear me. If a girl is saying, hear what I'm saying, Paul, I hear it. You want to take me to this nice restaurant, do this, that, and the third. Save your money. Give it to me in the hotel room. What?
No, you're different context. I'm saying if I met somebody in a dance, let's say I'm thinking that I'm vibing with somebody, but then it turns out that when I take her to she's a brass.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that. I didn't know that you was a brass from the get go. I didn't get that vibe. So now I've brought you back to the room.
It depends.
Huh?
It depends.
But if I know from the get go what this is, then I know what I can get myself into. Then I'll know whether I'm going to take my card out or not. But I'm not gonna just vibe with somebody or whatever else, and then all of a sudden we've gone to the hotel. I've managed to get her to the hotel, and then all of a sudden this card machine.
If she's professional with it, she takes out.
Are you doing it?
Hear me out.
I'm just saying.
You man saying yeah.
Hear me out. If she takes out a laptop and shows me different,
you just don't want to get into trouble.
No, and my question here is your issue that she's a brass or that you didn't know, you didn't see it coming?
Both.
Both.
Because if you saw it coming.
If I saw it coming, if I knew what it was,
you would have paid. If you saw it coming, you would have paid.
No, I wouldn't have engaged.
So then the issue isn't the money. The issue is that
it's not the money. It's not me. It's not me taking out my money. It's me paying for it. Now the money is not the problem. The money is the exchange. It's the act. Oh, what? So wait, you've come here and now this is just costing me a p like that. No, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that.
If you didn't see it coming, then you should have. Yeah.
If I didn't see it coming.
Fuck it.
If I didn't see it coming, then it would be a thing of like after the chop, then maybe she might have hit me with the thing. I'd be like, oh, what were you talking about? I didn't realise that this is what this was. You know, it's too late now.
Stolen goods though.
Huh?
The whole idea
Don't say it like that.
No,
that's crazy. Take the mic from him. Oh my God. Pause. Pause.
That's not stolen goods.
That's not stolen goods.
No, fair. But my point here is that I don't know what your issue is. Is it the issue... Do you have an issue?
It's too transactional. That's my issue. I don't want that type of transaction. And when I do want that transaction, I want to know that that's what I'm doing today. Okay, cool. Do you know what? Tonight, I'm out with the man them, whatnot. I'm going to try this today. Like, I'm going to meet somebody, pay for the thing, and then do that. And cool. And do you know what? In essence, I wouldn't even mind it like that. That's better than going into... I know I'm like... just using just a big example here, but it's like going to Amsterdam and going through a window. That would be too difficult for me because I'm just not set up like that. I can't just go in a window, be in there for 10 minutes and chop. I just can't do that. Chuckie. I could though, I'll be honest, I could go and pay for a massage and then at the end if she said to me, do you know what? It's an extra thing for... Chuckie, do you get what I'm saying? I ain't done it.
But Chuckie, hear me out. Because right now, all you're giving me is pre-made events, scenarios. Mix it up.
Go on.
If I'm out in the dance with a gal and I've identified her and it's Ends Pole, because Ends Pole doesn't want to settle down. He likes the ends. Yes. He listens to a lot of Future.
Right.
So if I'm doing Ends Pole, I see a gal, I'm like, she is beautiful. And she notices me.
Right.
My insecurities lead me to believe she notices me for what I want her to notice me for.
Right.
If that means I have to pay, that doesn't change my insecurities, my feelings and thoughts. So therefore, if she's identified that I'm the idiot that will give the money.
Are you the idiot that would give the money?
I still got what I wanted. I wanted to have a good time horizontally jogging.
No, but I'm talking about when you get to I'm talking about when you get back.
Yeah. So Chuckie, I've got back to the hotel now. I didn't even know we were going to the hotel. She's arranged all of this. Amazing. I've gone back now. I'm not saying this happened. And then we sit down. We're laid in the room.
Allegedly.
And then
sound mad detailed.
I'm chilling. The hotel room's massive. I've gone into the bathroom like it's the same yard size my yard. I've come out. She's telling me, yo, ain't nothing in life free. I said, baby girl, that's the type of talk I want to hear. So after this, tell me what the price is. You know, we gotta pay. But we gonna
How much did you pay?
Not me. I'm just saying this.
How much did this person pay?
How much would you pay?
How much did this person pay?
Allegedly,
it would come to
£200 plus
that's
VAT.
Bonkers. Plus VAT.
Hey, you're supporting. Yeah.
I don't think you should point the finger at me. What I'm saying to you is that they were supporting that person. And the most important
do you know what? I could maybe do it if
everyone
she's
had a
the
good
business
time.
owner. If she's the CEO. Because if let me tell you something here. If I'm doing that and then someone else is chopping half of that, I don't like that. If I'm giving it to you, it's got to go to you. If you're the CEO, then we'll have a conversation.
I think you're too concerned with things that have no control over. That you have no control over. I'm concerned with my objective. If my objective is met and I can walk away safely and there is no problems. Furthermore, paying's even better. It means when I see you in Selfridges and I'm with my gal, I don't have to look at you. You don't have to look at me. It was work. Now, if it was unpaid,
I agree.
Now she looks at me and says, "Hello, Lionel Richie style. Is it me you're looking for?" No, darling, I'm not. But here I am
Strongly.
now, and I found out that I've cheated. Now I'm like half the internet right now with people getting. You've seen it right now. You have seen the new craze, right?
What new craze?
Oh my god, we'll get onto it. So all I'm saying to you is, you know what I'm saying? The cheating thing, long. If you're gonna cheat professionally, pay a bit of money.
Well, in regards to that brass element, maybe I just never want to chop enough. Maybe I don't want it enough.
To be honest with you, at this stage in my life, where I am right now, I don't believe I could be out, see someone and want to chop. It's very difficult. Cause
You what?
I'll tell you why. I go out, and from my experience, obviously I'm a little bit older now, I see a girl, I'm like, yo, she's alright. 5 minutes into the convo, I'm thinking about FIFA. Like, I'm just so disinterested with so much girls I meet out. I'm so disinterested, bro. It's hard for my mind to be there. I always say, the attitudes of everybody, we're not narrowing down to women, the attitudes of everyone since 2020 is just not to my liking. 2019 before then, outside was fun. The one thing I don't like is outside now. It's too dangerous, man. It's too dangerous. Everyone's intention is weird. I don't really know, man. Like, some girl are fucking you for a come up. Some guys are. It's just all weird. Outside is too weird for me. So unfortunately,
It's always been like that, my G. I think you've probably just leveled up even more so. That's
possibly, but I'm talking about weird for where I am in life. I can't do it.
all. I hear it very loudly.
What's that in your hand?
Something Gig sent.
Gigs, thank you for sending me something.
It's
I realised
custom-
Jamie's sending you stuff. Gigs is sending you stuff. No one ain't sending me nothing.
Oh, is this Oatly?
It's some kind of.
It's Oatly.
Look at this. One
Yeah,
sec.
it's Oatly. So is it just custard?
Yeah.
You say what? No
Yeah,
apple
it's
pie in this.
Man's
What's
gonna
this?
send you apple, I don't know. For you to open. I didn't open it.
Let's all talk about this.
What is this then? Oh, this is like a napkin. If I'd have known, I would have worn this the whole episode.
Someone just walked into the room. That's crazy.
He said, bro, sorry, bro. Wait, hold on 1 second. What's that munchie that you're holding there? Oh yeah! Oh shit! I totally forgot that I told you to come. By the way.
So you
Go,
told someone
yeah,
to come. You forgot you told them to come.
That's amazing.
Fam, I nearly left.
Come in.
Bro, I would have left. Yeah, come in. Love for this, bro. I see this, yeah. Yeah, come in, bro. Come in. I saw.
Come sit down,
I
man.
just go went on Instagram. Yeah?
You got a picture of now? Go out, man. It's long. We don't need you
I
here,
went on
fam.
Take a
Instagram,
seat, bro. Take a seat.
And I saw this, and I said, "Yo, this brother." Actually, no. Go on the couch.
He doesn't want to. You said.
Why not? Okay, you can talk off it.
Do you know what it is? I'm beginning
I
to
respect
respect his
that.
privacy. They don't. Not everyone wants to be. You know what I'm saying?
How
Cheating
long have
piece.
you
innit?
been? Come on, man. Come
See, he said, "Come on, man, cheating piece." I told you, cheaters don't want to be seen, bro.
How long have you been? What is this paint? Yeah.
Yeah, acrylic.
Crazy. How long have you been doing this?
Since lockdown.
Since that's it.
Yeah, that's when I started. I had time and just.
You knew you could do that
I
before.
didn't know I was good, but I enjoyed painting, so then I just ran with it.
What's your name?
Chef Octave.
Chef Octave. Go on the Instagram and put it on.
So where's my picture?
It's coming. It's coming.
Nah, that's what I said to a
It's
girl
on the
this
way.
morning. I
It's
said,
on the
"Where's
way.
my
Crazy.
picture?"
I'm gonna send
It's on the way.
actually.
It was never on the way.
It was.
It was
Just-
never on the way.
It's
Stop
never
coming
been
to
on the
Kenny's.
way.
That's what happened. You stopped coming to Kenny's. I didn't see you anymore, and then
Kenny.
So let me get this straight. You're from my ends and you got him to
Yeah.
sing first. Your backside about Kenny's. You should never have revealed that. You backside. How you from my ends and you're getting a man? It's okay. It's okay.
Alright, it's on the
It's
way.
okay.
It's on the way.
It's okay.
No,
So-
from that. Chuckie replies. How about that?
to what?
To messages.
So what am I doing now? Because clearly this is you're selling lies on the. Take away his microphone. He's still chatting rubbish. Comments. You can kill me if you want. I don't care. I don't want him to have a microphone. He's out here telling lies.
Yeah, that's not the truth because I don't. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
the greatest
me.
at responding to
Yeah,
messages
thank you.
either.
Oh, so he's out sending
I
propaganda.
have to give you money for this, bro. Put your bank details.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, because you knew you'll get paid, my guy. Yeah, my God.
Nah, man, I can't just take this. This is not something I can just accept for free like that. But big up gigs though. I'm gonna I'm an apple pie and custard man still. So yeah, this will be me. This will be me. I'm not mad at this. Hey yo, I've got who?
He's lactose intolerant.
Who?
That's why he has this deal with Oatly.
Oh, swear.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, my big up gig still. Alright, cool. Well, listen. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you, man. And everyone, start watching this content online that's becoming really big. People getting
that's it.
caught out for cheating. absolutely amazing.
What do you mean? Where can they see it?
It's some of the best stuff I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe I didn't think of it after all my cheating.
Wait,
So, bro, it's amazing. Like it's crazy. They're walking around with camera guys.
and then come back and get it later.
Oh,
I can't remember.
The show Cheaters.
It's basically the show Cheaters, but done today.
Oh.
But what I
Is it British?
No, come on, man. British. What do you do? British people doing something exciting. Yeah, right. I'm talking about. They bring pictures for other people in different ends. It's crazy. I was saying it's Kai Cenat done the last one, and then mostly it's just been American streamers. So I'm really enjoying seeing people cheat. Yeah, man.
Not being caught.
Being caught cheating is amazing, especially the interracial couples.
What are they trying to do? Like, are they trying to style it out like they just went there for a flip, or are they catching them red-handed by the dinner table and all that?
Listen, one blonde hair, blue-eyed girl. I told my people them. Listen, people, you're dangerous. Be careful of waters you don't understand. She's in there cuddled up with one brother underneath the, you know them cinemas where they have like the little beds and cuddled up. Kai Cenat and the boy comes in. He's like, "How could you do this to me?" She says, "Why did you set me up?" How is that a viable response? It's not, but it's great entertainment. So please, people, watch the cheating videos. Oh, look at it there. Watch it there.
That looks very 2000s.
I like this vibe though.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
So wait, just paint this picture. Who's doing what at this point?
Well, right now there's no sound, so the pictures it's very difficult to get painted. But there's still no sound.
There's no sound. Oh.
There we go. So pause. Wheel it for me.
Wheel up.
So basically, right here we have a couple that are sat in one of them sort of cinemas where it's quite intimate. Got sofas. You can order food, drink. If you haven't been there and you've got a partner, you should break up with them. So there, it's really, really, really nice. Obviously, her boyfriend's with Kai Cenat and they're filming and they've set this whole scenario up for her to get caught. And I always find these interactions very interesting. I'm waiting for someone to just go, "My bad, I was wrong." Oh, now they can't do it. Oh, no! People can't just say "my bad." Come on now, like your name's Diddy, press play. That's my. Oh, you press play, did you?
Goodness.
You like that? It's talking about lingo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Talking about lingo and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck now!
Look at him.
Look how close you are. Come on. That's right, white girl. Pretend it's South Africa. Apartheid must run. Separate them.
The whole time. You're serious?
What was y'all doing? I'm in a blanket right now. Don't try to push yourself on me. Do you see yourself right now?
Alright, stop that.
Serious?
You know, obviously everyone's set up in all different ways and all of that, yeah. But if I was ever gonna do something like that, which I wouldn't, there's no conversation to be had. I just walk in there so that you know that you've seen me, and that's enough. I don't want no justification of nothing. I don't want no. I just want you to know that I know.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah,
and that's it.
Chuck, how would you do? You might even just walk in. You lot? All right, no more. This is on me. No problem. Walk out.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but yeah, I will definitely when I take some time out of watching my investigations and them type of things there, my little cross examinations and that. I was following another court case the other day. Anyway, I'm not even doing that. Another interesting one, but I'll tell you the story another day. Mad, crazy. People doing some mad stuff out there. Huh?
I'm just gonna say people just stay safe in cheating, man. Like I feel like everyone is important. So what do you mean? It's just an experience we can learn. We can learn.